What's going on, guys? I'm sceptileMC here, George, the coach of the San Francisco 49ers, and today I have for you my week number 6 battle against Gubs Tacular, or the Arizona Deoxys, and this is going to be a tough one, guys. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to record a team builder if I'll have time, so I'm quickly going to go over my team because I'm recording this beforehand. Megalopony is pretty obvious to set. I'll get the Fake Out, Ice Punch for the Gliss Score, not the High Jump Kick, I have Low Kick this week for the Snorlax, as well as I feel like he'll run Protect. I have a Special Defensive Umbreon just to take on like the Thunderous and stuff like that, as well as the Frostlass. I have a Life Orb Scizor because his team doesn't really appreciate Life Orb Scizor, as well as I have the Feint on it. I have a Choice Scarf Gothitelle to trap things like the Poliwrath and the Gliscor. I have a Rotom, which is max speed, max HP, to take on the Talonflame, as well as outspeed the Lucario if it decides to set up. And then I have a defensive Bronzong with the Heat Proof to take on the Talonflame, as well as get up my rocks. Now, early on, I'm thinking Megalopony is my best lead. I can easily deal with a Frostlass and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for the Fake Out and his Mega Evolve, as he reveals that he does in fact have the Protect on this Frostlass. Now, I know this Frostlass is going to be a pain in the ass right as soon as I see Protect. Well, I don't have High Jump Kick. I don't get the initial damage that I would need to take it out with a Low Kick after the Focus Sash. So what I have to do is I have to switch out right here, and I just have to go out into my Scizor. I think he might T-Wave me, or go for a Destiny Bond, which he does go for a Destiny Bond. And now here, what I can just do is go for a U-turn, as he does go for a layer of spikes. Now, these spikes are going to be pressuring me for the entire match. They're going to be very annoying. U-turn does get off, and I get off a pretty good chunk to this thing. Now, I believe right here, all I'm going to do is go out into Lopunny again, and I'm just going to threaten this thing out, because I do outspeed, I do take it out with a Low Kick. And yeah. So let's see what I do right here. Do I go for Fake Out? I might just go for Fake Out. He is going to switch out right here. He's going to go into his defensive Poliwrath, which he drafted Poliwrath the round before we faced each other, and I initially built a team like against Gubs about a few days before the week 5 ended, and then all of a sudden he drafts a Poliwrath, and I'm like, Crawdon isn't going to do shit anymore. And you saw by the Fake Out right there that it is a physically defensive set. Now, he does just go for Circle Throw, and I am actually able to go out into my Rotom here, predicting that. Now, he's going to go out into Thunderous, afraid of the Electric-type move, which is pretty obvious. I'm going to go for a substitute right here. I was kind of predicting the Thunderous right there because the Volt Switch was really obvious. I don't actually have the Volt Switch on this set. I have the Discharge, Will-O-Wisp, the Shadow Ball, or the Hex, actually. I think I have the Hex to deal with the Gliscor more. But anyway, he's going to Dark Pulse right here as I go for the Burn, and I miss. It's unfortunate, but it's what happens with Rotom. If you're using an 85% accuracy move, you're going to miss a couple times. Right here, though, I don't want to take a Dark Pulse, and I don't want to stay in, so I'm just going to make the obvious play. I'm going to go out into my Umbreon right here. I feel like he's going to Volt Switch, maybe predicting the switch, but I can't let my Rotom go down this early. It is one of my ways of dealing with the Talonflame, and if I lose my ways of dealing with Talonflame, then I have a strong chance of losing the game in the late game. Now, he goes into Lucario right here, getting the initiative, and this is a problem in this match right now, is I don't have any offensive momentum. He has all of it right now, so we are behind right now. Now, I don't want to take a close combat, and I don't want to take an Aura Sphere. I feel like he'd be a Swords Dance set, but then he reveals the Nasty Plot, and I'm just thinking, oh my god, I didn't even think about Nasty Plot Lucario. Now, this Rotom does have enough speed to outspeed it. We can't really burn it, though, because it's not a physical set, and it really wouldn't do that much. I go for a substitute here, hoping it's Life Orb, praying it's Life Orb, so that I can just whittle it down, because a Vacuum Wave can't even be used on the Rotom. However, what's going to be happening is that he doesn't have it, and I'm going to get my leftovers back, and I'm just like, shit, we're losing our Rotom right here. Nothing I can do. I go for Discharge, I'm like, maybe I'll Paralyze and get a full para, who knows, but it's just not going to happen, and the Dark Pulse is just going to take me out right there. nice and easy, but I do have enough speed on my Gothitelle to outspeed a Lucario, and I'm going to go into it, and a side shot from that range is going to kill. It does about 60%, so looks like the side shot can kill, and we do just go for it, and it doesn't kill. It does, just like that. So our Gothitelle is able to pick up the kill and trap the Lucario. So we lost the Rotom, but he lost a huge threat to my team as well. Now he's going to go into Talonflame right here. Immediately I'm thinking, wow, it's either going to go for a Brave Bird or a U-turn right here, maybe being Bandit or something like that. He is going to U-turn out right here, so he's going to get more initiative, and now it's just really looking bad for me right now, because his Volt turn is really being successful right now at just dismantling my core, and just my team in general. Now he goes into Gliscor right here, and I don't see the Toxic Orb, so I know this thing's an offensive set, and I'm heat-proof actually, so I don't want to be taking an Earthquake, so now we have to switch out again, and I go into my Umbreon right here, and he does just go for Earthquake because he knows I'm heat-proof, and Earthquake's not going to be doing too much. I did calc it though, and that does appear to be a max attack Gliscor. My Umbreon does have not a lot of EVs, but it is a bold nature, so it is able to tank hits on the defensive side as well. About maybe 80 EVs in defense and bold, so it's pretty good in my opinion. He does U-turn out right there, as I do just go for the Wish, and after the Wish, I'm just going to Protect right here, because we're in a shitty spot. We're in a very shitty spot right now, as we do not have any momentum still. Now, we have to get it back. Now, right here, he's going to Circle Throw, but there's nothing I can do. I want to keep my Umbreon around, but I don't have a switch into Circle Throw except my Gothitelle. But I want to get Circle Throwed into my Gothitelle. So what I'm actually going to have to do is let my Umbreon take a Circle Throw, which it can actually do. Yeah, which it can actually do. And what I'm going to do here is go for another Wish. He is going to get off the Circle Throw, and what is he going to send us out to? We get the luckiest Pokemon he could have sent us out to, and it's Felicia. We take the Spikes, and I'm going to go for the Psyshock, which I know he's a defensive set, so it's not going to be killing it. However, it is still a super effective stab Psyshock, and that will be doing easily 70%, maybe 65%. He does have the Waterfall, not the Scald, which I found to be interesting. I feel like the Scald would have been a better option, but I get the Wish, I get back up to full, and Gothitelle has very successfully trapped 2 of his Pokemon already, and actually taken them out, so good job to Gothitelle right now. Did I expect it to do so much work when I drafted it? Not really, to be honest. Maybe trap 1 Pokemon every couple games. However, it's been trapping 2 to 3 Pokemon and just crippling them every game so far, and it's just been great. Now, I am locked into Psyshock, so I can't really hit this thing, and I am afraid of the knockoff. He does just decide to U-turn out right here. I do believe Umbreon can survive this, actually, and it does with only 17 health, so the defensive investment I put into Umbreon, I feel like is actually really helping. He does go into the Thunders right here. I'm not a special defensive nature. However, I do have a lot of special bulk. So I go for the Protect right here, and I'm just praying. Take it. Take the hit. Please, just take the hit. And we're at orange, or whatever you want to call it, yellow. He goes for Volt Switch, and I'm thinking Volt Switch is his weakest move. Can we live it? Can we live it? It's going slow, but we don't. And Umbreon is not actually able to survive the hit. However, we get the switch initiative right now, which is good for us. That's why I stayed in with Umbreon. In case it did die, then it would be fine. I'm going to go into my Mega Lopunny right here, and I'm just going to go for a Fake Out. He doesn't have a switch into Fake Out anymore, except for the Poliwrath, but the Poliwrath is gone, and he's just going to Protect. Now, there's a reason why I know, I go for Retaliate. That's right, I had Retaliate on this Mega Lopunny because I wasn't going to be using Return that much, I feel like, and if, let's say I had to sack something off to the Poliwrath, Mega Lopunny can come in, and because I don't have high jump kick, I at least have Retaliate, which is one 140 base power at the end of it. Now, we are able to take out the Frostless using the low kick, which is good. He goes into his Talonflame right here, and I'm going to go into my Bronzong. If I had stayed in there, I could have just cleaned up the Talonflame with a Retaliate, but again, that would be so unbelievably risky and completely unworth it. Now, he does just U-turn out, and he does go into his Thundurus right here, and unfortunately, right here, I thought to myself, he's going to Dark Pulse. You should go into Mega Lopunny. You should get all the initiative. Go into Mega Lopunny. Go into Mega Lopunny. I decided not to. I was afraid he would Volt Switch or T-Bolt, and I tried to get up my Stealth Rocks, and I'd lose my Bronzong. And now we're stuck in a situation like this, where Mega Lopunny is now going to retaliate, and he is just going to go right into his Gliscor, and I can take on the Gliscor very easily. I have Retaliate and Ice Punch, so this is going to be doing a lot to it, actually, which means that, yeah, it was definitely not a physically defensive set, and he actually has the leftovers, which was pretty interesting to me, in my opinion. I'm wondering why he had the leftovers. I guess to block the Hex from my Rotom, maybe? But we do just go for Ice Punch, and it does just take out the Gliscor, and now we're in a spot. So I can't take a Brave Bird, and I have to go into my Gothitelle here as a Death Fodder. I was hoping maybe I'll survive the Brave Bird. Maybe I'll force him to go for 2 turns of recovery. And what ends up happening is the Brave Bird, with the Life Orb, just clean out goes my Gothitelle. And it is not looking too good for us right now. Reason being is I go into my Scizor right here, and if he goes for a Flare Blitz, he is going to take me out. However, he does have the Life Orb, so I'm thinking he might have the Roost. And if I go for a priority move and he goes for a Flare Blitz, I win. So I know I'm thinking, I haven't seen the Roost, but I'm pretty sure he has it. And what do you know? He goes for the Roost. We get off the Superpower on him, and we're able to take out the Talonflame in the late game with a Superpower prediction on the Roost, which, in my opinion, was hands down one of the best plays I've made in the GBA so far. Because I was really afraid for that. I was thinking about it almost the entire time, and basically now he's just gonna go into the right into the Thundurus, and because of my Scizor's natural bulk, I can easily take a Dark Pulse. I can U-turn out. I'm just gonna go into my Mega Lopunny, and I'm not taking any chances with like a Yachi Berry or something, because I haven't seen an item on this thing yet. So I'm gonna fake out, and then I'm gonna Ice Punch. And yeah, so guys, that is going to be the end of the battle right here. It's a 2-0 victory for the San Francisco Arcaniners over the Arizona Deoxys, which puts us at 5-1. There's only right now we're the only 5-1 team. There is one other possible 5-1 team if they do actually win this week, which I don't know if they win this week. It's Miguel, I think. I'm pretty sure John is 4-1 as well right now. So we have a couple other people, but we have the highest record in the league right now, as well as the highest win streak on a 5-game win streak right now, which is big. It's a very big win streak to have, and I want to keep it going, Arcaniners. Let's keep it going. Let's just keep on performing well and just keep on winning our games. For the next 2 weeks, I believe we do have a break, just because of the holidays. So I believe I am going to be facing the Milwaukee Sawsbucks on January 10th is the day the video is going to be uploaded. So, anyways, guys, until then, if you enjoyed, please comment, like, rate, and subscribe. The Arcaniners will be taking a break. We're going to party a bit. We're going to have a little bit of fun. It's been a hard season so far. It's been tough. However, I feel the break is necessary for us. And until 2 weeks from now, guys, peace out.